But Bobby cannot hide from the horrific things that are about to happen. Young Bobby Baker is experiencing the first in what will be an endless series of terrifying nightmares.
When the sheet came down on top of me, it was so tight that it would cut off my breath, and I couldn't move at all.
It's okay, it's okay.
It's okay, son, we're here now. You'll be fine.
Honey, it's okay.
It's okay, son, we're here now.
We tried to reassure him that it was only a bad dream, and all people have bad dreams now and then.
But was this really just a dream?
I couldn't really figure out what was going on with him. It bothered me because he was changing.
The following morning, Dorothy calls in a doctor. She suspects there may be a medical cause for Bobby's problems.
So your mom tells me you're having trouble sleeping. Well, now let's just check a few things here. Now, this is going to be just a little bit cold.
My parents were bringing me to the doctor because I didn't have any energy. I was constantly drained all the time. I wasn't sleeping properly, always tired.
Good. Okay. Well, his vital signs are just fine, and so are his reflexes.
Well, see, the thing is he's been having nightmares. And to be honest, I'm just really concerned about this imaginary friend of his.
He's not my friend.
Now, Mrs. Baker, there's no need to worry.
There's nothing psychologically wrong with that. And said he was fine. He was physically fine, mentally fine, alert, everything that she was looking for.
He simply has an overactive imagination, that's all.
Okay, thank you.
I was not personally relieved with her diagnosis because I never felt that she realized the intensity of what was happening to him.
Thank you so much.
Although Dorothy is still concerned, she is hopeful that this phase will soon pass. But several weeks later, Bobby's behavior becomes even more disturbing.
Thank you, Robin, honey. Make sure the tops are on real tight, okay, love? You know, Bobby, it looks like I'm gonna need a few more of these jars to finish up this jam. Can you please head down to the cellar and grab a few and bring them up? Bobby, I am not going to ask you again.
For weeks, Bobby has been terrified of the cellar.
Mom, I really don't like it down there.
Dorothy's patience is wearing thin.
Bobby, this has got to stop. You're too old for this nonsense, and there's nothing down there. Go on.
I opened up the door to the basement and looked down the stairs. I could sense this being near me, even when I couldn't see it. I recognized the voice right away. I knew that it was the thing that was talking to me through the heater vent.
Bobby decides it's time to stand up to his friend.
I'm not afraid of you anymore.
The day finally came when I finally got sick and tired of this thing being in my life.
I don't want you in my life any longer.
I always felt that it could easily do the same thing to my family that it was doing to me.
Get out. Did you hear me? I said
After finally standing up to it, I felt fantastic.
Bobby, sweetheart, what happened, honey? I heard glass breaking. Are you okay?
Yes, Mom. I'm fine.
Okay, all right, all right. You sure you're okay?
Yes, Mom. He's gone. We're fine.
This is the last time Bobby ever sees or hears from his friend in the basement.
Okay, all right. Let's go upstairs, okay?
It's exactly like being bullied. Finally, you have your day where you stand up to the bully and the bully backs down. I basically took the house back.
I feel like I'm completely alone. I need help. I can't do this alone.
Great. Boy, I thought my life was bad before. This is as bad as it gets. Why didn't I just see that? So you don't know what to do. I was really scared.
Soon after the latest attack, Kathy goes to pick up her son from school. She is exhausted and hopes the worst is over. It's not.
And I'm sitting in that car. Something's pressing on your head and you can't see it. And you can't speak. And it takes your head and it twists it in a very unnatural position. Like it's gonna take your neck and snap it. Your head twists that way. And you feel something right here and you can't get your words out. It is the most screwed up feeling I've ever had in my life. Something is trying to kill you. I started to say the Our Father, and I couldn't get the Our Father out.
I was walking out of school, from summer school, and she's in a weird position.
Mom? Mom!
It looked very unnatural, to the point where I knew it was forced upon her.
I said, hold Mommy's hand. What is that prayer that Mommy taught you? He goes, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Say it again, say it again, say it again. Jesus, God in heaven, what just happened to me?
I was worried about what's going on with her, and she wouldn't tell me.
Michael, something's trying to hurt me, baby. I can't see it, but it's there.
No.
To Kathy's horror, she learns that her son has been experiencing supernatural events as well.
I was in my bed. I was just listening to music. And the pulleys to my backpack were pulled all the way back. You see it stretching. It literally flew across the room.
And it landed on the floor right next to you.
When Michael finally came forth with some of the things that had happened to him, I was upset. I felt like I was a bad mother.
I'm so sorry.
I let something get near my son. He couldn't come to me.
It's okay, Mom.
I did not defend my son. That's not a good feeling.
I don't know, Kathy. Maybe this thing is in your head.
All in my head? Nice. It's happening to Michael, too. You can't keep ignoring this.
I am not ignoring it, but I can't believe something just because you want me to.
We don't have to try so hard not to believe it. My son's safety is at stake here.
He's scared, okay? I believe that. But that does not mean there are ghosts in the house.
Kathy's personality turned 180. 180 degrees. She was very desperate to have anyone and everyone believe her because she was scared.
Whatever was going on, you're there for your spouse, for better, for worse, richer and poorer, sickness and in health. That was not happening. And I felt it.
Oh, Kathy, I am so tired of hearing about this all the time. I don't know what is going on, and I can't do anything about it. I just want everything to go back to normal.
So do I. I just don't have that option.
Yeah, let me see those grubby hands of yours. Oh, they're filthy. Filthy, filthy. Other one. All right, buddy. I'm gonna grab you a towel, okay?
But that soon proves to be impossible.
I had stepped out of the bathroom to grab a towel to get him out of the bath, and as I stepped into the hall, he started having like a serious conversation.
Mason, are you talking to someone?
And I kind of listened for a minute, couldn't really make out what my son was saying.
Mason, who are you talking to?
Gable.
Is Gable one of your toys?
He's a man.
A man?
He was right here, but when he left.
For the first time, Jamie begins to worry. Could Gable be more than a figment of her son's imagination? Could her neighborhood or her house be haunted?
Mason, Mommy and I want to ask you something. Where did you hear the name Gable? Was it on TV or at school?
He told me.
Who told you?
Gable.
And I still kept thinking that maybe he was just imagining, and he kept telling me he was real. He promised he was real.
Honey, we know that Gable isn't a real person.
He's so real.
Okay, well, if he's real, then where is he?
In real.
Gable's in the bedroom? Okay, well, why don't you go and get him? Tell him we want to talk to him.
My heart dropped a little bit at that moment when he said he's back here in the bedroom. And that's when I said, well, if he's back there, go get him. Tell him I want to talk to Gable.
He really did walk back there and talked, said something.
Where's Gable?
Right here.
Gable's where?
Right here.
Well, if he's right there, then why can't I see him?
He's right where?
He continued to say over and over again, Mommy, he's real. He's right here. He's standing right there. He sees you.
He's right here.
Can you ask Gable a question for me? Ask him what 5 + 6 is.
I knew that my son could not add. He knew his ABCs and he knew his colors and he knew how to count, but he did not know how to add. Our mouths just dropped. Oh my gosh. What do you think now? What are you supposed to believe in? Do you believe your child now or not?
Ethan!
Teenage sisters, Heather and Brianna Van Landingham, believe a ghost is responsible for strange sounds, objects moving and even levitating in their home. But nothing has prepared them for what happens next.
I had gone upstairs to get dressed for church, and I saw Brianna standing in the bathroom brushing her hair.
Hey, Bree. What do you think? The blue one or the green one?
And I carried on probably about a 20-minute conversation with her while I was picking out my clothes and getting dressed.
Well, I'm gonna go put this on. I'll meet you downstairs.
Bye, Heather. I love you.
That was really weird to me, because why would she tell me she loved me if she was just gonna see me in a minute?
Bye. Love you too. How'd you get down here before me? What do you mean?
I was freaked out.
You were just up in the bathroom. How'd you pass me on the steps?
I never use that bathroom. I've been down here the whole time.
My mom assured me that there was no possible way that I had talked to Brianna upstairs in the bathroom, because she had been doing Brianna's hair the whole time I was upstairs.
You couldn't have seen her.
When I thought about it, I never saw her face. I was truly terrified at that point, because I just had a conversation with my sister, and it turns out that there was no way that that was my sister. I had no idea what it was or who it was. My biggest issue was trying to get someone to believe me. It wasn't my imagination. I know what happened.
A few nights later, the entire family will become convinced that they are not alone.
And we all just stopped and just looked like, oh my gosh.
But their strange evening is far from over.
Sounded like a body being thrown down the staircase.
See, I told you there was something in this house.
Yeah, that was strange.
We all knew that there was something that was not right in the house.
I looked up, and there was a man standing in the backyard. At first, I thought it really could be my dad. I wasn't completely sure of what to think at that point.
What's wrong? Are you hurt?
It took me a second to gather myself to tell her what happened.
He was there. I saw him.
Who, Chastity? Who was there?
Dad, he was out by the shed.
It was scary because I knew my father was dead. I felt it couldn't be him, and it brought back the memories of our relationship.
Honey, are you sure? It was probably a neighbor.
I swear it was him. He just looked different.
She's a pretty stoic person, so for something to affect her like that, it has to be significant.
Okay, I'll take a look.
To put her daughter's mind at ease, Cindy checks out the backyard.
Hello?
I was hoping that maybe she had imagined it.
Somebody there?
And she just saw something that looked like him. I just looked around.
Hello?
To try to see if I could see what she had told me about, and I didn't see anything. I went out to the shed.
But then Cindy stumbles upon a clue. A lug nut from her husband's tool shed.
He was a mechanic. I can't tell you how many times I helped him change a tire or work on a car, and that lug nut was one that he left out there.
Cindy is unnerved by this experience, but figures it must be a message from her late husband.
Jim? Is that you?
I thought that it was him. I thought that Jim had thrown this to get my attention.
If you can hear me, I just want to let you know that Chastity and I are doing fine. You can pass on now.
I thought that he was just saying, it's okay, and I'm still here. And that's what I tried to put in my mind so that I could deal with it.
Although Cindy knows her daughter is in no harm, she decides it's best for Chastity to spend the night with a friend.
Don't worry, we'll be out of this house soon. I just need to save a little more money.
Cindy knows it will be a long road before they can fully recover from the death of a loved one. But she's hopeful that life will soon return to normal.
My mom's a great mom. She's there for me. She stands up for me. She's my best friend.
Lynn often comes in early in the morning to catch up on paperwork. It's the only quiet time she has before opening the restaurant for the day. Up until now, she's never been disturbed.
Dad? Jason, is that you?
I heard my name, and not just my name, I heard Lynn Marie, which is my full name.
What? Dad, Jason, what? What do you guys want? I'm swamped here.
It sounded like it was coming from out in the restaurant, like my husband or my dad was yelling for me. I wasn't really pleased that I had to get up because I was extremely busy.
Dad? Jason?
I looked around, and the building was empty. And the hair stood up on the back of my neck. I told Jason I felt like I was being watched. He basically just said, listen, you're tired. You work a lot of hours.
Jason's assurance that nothing strange is going on does not make Lynn feel better.
When something inside me tells me that I need to kind of be on alert, there's usually a reason.
Several days later, it's Super Bowl Sunday, and Lynn prepares for a party at the restaurant. Suddenly, Lynn feels a tap on her shoulder. And then another.
The second tap was harder. It was hard enough that my attention needed to be caught.
Marcy? Marcy, you there?
Lynn, do you need help?
You got it?
Were you just in the basement? No, Lynn, I just got here. I need to get back upstairs.
Things moving or disappearing, that's one thing. For something to be able to come up and touch you, I mean, it's scary.
Over the next few weeks, Lynn continues to have strange experiences in the restaurant. But each time she tries to talk about it with her family, they laugh it off.
Everybody was teasing me at that point. Like, oh, what's the matter, Lynn? Did your ghost do it? So it was a big joke. I mean, it was a constant joke.
Well, we joked around a lot because we just thought this was just, you know, it was a way to ease the tension. You leaving?
Mm-hmm. I need to go to the post office. I'll lock up.
Okay. I had beer bottles all over the place. They were on the floor, they were moved around. I'm the only one in the bar. The bar is locked. I cannot fathom how this could have happened. There's no logical explanation. I get very, very uneasy because I can't figure this out.
The next day, Barry stocks the beer cooler before opening. He thinks he's alone.
Not funny! Hey, come on! Open the door! Jason, open the door!
I was afraid. If you've ever been in combat, if you've ever had somebody literally trying to kill you, that's the feeling you get. And that's the exact feeling I had.
Open the door! Come on, open the door! Seriously, come on!